Welcome to the Middle Sisters, where we dive into the middle of everything. This is Afton. Our podcast is about family, life, laughter, and sisterhood in midlife.
Hey all, this is Mitzi. It's our third episode. We're here to tell you more about ourselves. Being in the middle is where all the good stuff happens. Today, we have our mother here. We're interviewing her. We're going to ask her some questions about her life and why she made the choices she made and laugh a little.
So we call a lot of her sayings Eleanorisms because she repeats them often. So, Mom, what is your favorite Eleanorism?
Well, maybe the whiter your bread, the sooner you're dead.
Yes. So the whiter your bread, the sooner you're dead. Our mother is a very healthy person. But first, let's start. Mom, how did you get your name, Eleanor?
Well, I asked my dad this, and he said my mother named me after a little girl in her Sunday school class.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
I thought you were named after Eleanor Roosevelt.
No. Well, it was around that time,
It was around that time, and you said you didn't like your name. Why didn't you like your name?
Well, I should have, because it was kind of a popular name, I think, then. But my dad's name was Theodore, like Theodore Roosevelt and then Eleanor Roosevelt. So those Theodore and Eleanors were popular names around that time.
Okay, so then you named us Afton and Mitzi. We felt like those were like kind of unique hippie names in the 70s.
For Afton, I was looking through the BYU yearbook and looking for a name for her, and I came across Afton Claire Young. And Afton Claire Hozak sounded pretty good, so I stuck with that, and we liked her. Afton was a real sweet gal up on campus, and everybody liked her, so that stuck. But she was dark-eyed, dyed-haired, but you, Afton, are blonde with blue eyes.
That's right. And I was always embarrassed telling people I was named after the BYU homecoming queen.
Why was that embarrassing?
I don't know. I just would say, I was named after someone my parents knew in college. So then Mitzi's name was?
From Mitzi Gaynor. I know that.
From South Pacific. The movie South Pacific. Mitzi Gaynor was just adorable in that movie. And so when I was thinking about Mitzi,
not my favorite musical. But...
Yeah, I watched that South Pacific musical recently. And yes, like she's cute in it. But I was also thinking, why is this my mother's favorite musical? Like I did not like it.
The music, the story was kind of different, but the music was just wonderful, I thought.
Okay, so you gave Wendy, Robert, pretty basic names, right?
Well,
and Jill and Debbie.
Dad named Wendy. She was supposed to be Angela. And I had that picked out for her, but then a couple of days before she was born, Dad comes home, he's hearing this song, Who's Walking Down the Streets of the City? It's Nobody But Wendy, on the radio, and he says, we have a little girl, we're going to name her Wendy. So I guess he must have a thought.
With the Beach Boys?
It was back in the day when we didn't know if we were going to have a boy or girl. Right. And so...
When they strapped you down. That story is the wildest story, hearing how they strapped you down.
Yeah, you got to ask your parents and grandparents how they had children back in the day.
Yeah, and that was really weird too, because I never had that happen with the rest of you children.
Well, Grandma Hosek said they put them out, like with a gas of some sort.
Ether.
They put them out. Well, how did they deliver them?
They just delivered them without the mother present.
Well, they set the ether on my nose, and I just took it off. I said, I don't want that on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
strapped you to the bed.
That sounds like that.
Your hands were strapped, so you'd like shake it up.
Yeah, that sounds worse than
that was really weird.
Childbirth.
But one of my favorite shows is called Midwife, and they have a birth in every episode, and so I love watching those from the 30s and 40s. But anyway, those were in the homes. Okay, so you named Robert after Uncle Bob.
Actually, maybe Dad did, and I just loved Uncle Bob, loved Dad's brother, but I just wanted a good, strong name, and I was thinking more of the poets, Robert Browning and Robert Frost and the poets like that, and Robert Louis Stevenson and writers and poets.
Oh, there's that creative side of it.
Yes. So it was like it was a romantic name, I guess, to me for a man. And then Theron, his middle name, was named after, when I was a sophomore, there was a senior girl named Theria, and she went by Kay. And she had a twin brother named Theron, so Theria and Theron.
Oh, that's cute.
And he was real cute, and I just loved her. But I've always thought, oh, I like that name, Theron. Robert Theron sounds good together. And then it kind of was like my dad's name, Theodore, like the part of that.
Oh, yes.
I had a cousin named Ronnie, so Theron and Ron, Theron and Ron.
Yeah, those were good.
I thought it was kind of a family name, sort of, too.
So then how did you name Jill?
Jill, I took her name just out of the birth book in the hospital.
Okay.
Because I had a whole list of names and everything, but I thought, well, give me that birth book and I'm going to look through. And I came across Jill and Brooke. And I remembered a gal at church that had two little girls named Jill and Brooke. And I thought they were so cute and everything. And I liked the name and I just put that together. So let's call her Jill Brooke.
And then Debbie came from, Deborah.
I had a list of names like Heather and Rebecca and Deborah and all these. But actually in the hospital I was looking through the names for her too. And I came across Deborah and it meant someone who seeks after only the sweet in life. And that stuck, that meaning. And I thought, oh. And then I thought of Darling, Debbie Darling. And I just thought,
Darling.
Yeah,
Darlene.
I don't know. It just hit me that should be her name. So
like Lady and the Tramp.
Debbie Darling. And Dad liked her too.
Yeah.
Dad liked Jill Brooke and he liked Deborah Darling too. So I just came up with those in the hospital.
And then Aaron, you came up with Aaron James.
And he was supposed to be Todd Forrest because any of you girls were supposed to be a boy, it was going to be Todd Forrest. Todd Forrest. But Dad thought that sounds like a toad sitting on the tree. So, so I don't know. We just drummed that up. Dad's middle name is James, and Aaron sounded like it was kind of a popular name at that time, and it was a biblical name, and it seemed like that should be Aaron James should be
nice. We didn't say your middle name, Mitzi.
Eve.
Mitzi
Eve. How'd you come up with Eve?
It went well with Mitzi. Mitzi Eve Hozak. Mitzi Eve.
Oh, just
and I just thought about the first mother, and I thought Eve, and my grandmother on my mother's side, her name is Eve Arena.
Oh,
so there's kind of a connection there too.
I've never even heard of that name before. Yeah. Eva Arena.
That's her name. Is Eva Arena. And they called her Eva.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. So, Mom, as we were growing up, you said a lot of repeat sayings, words of wisdom, and a lot of them were healthy. Like you're saying, like, be healthy, don't eat that,
Yeah, sugar's poison.
Sugar's poison. Like the whiter the bread, the
flour,
sooner
white sugar. She was always against.
Yeah, the whiter your bread, the sooner you're dead.
Yeah.
Eat it today, wear it tomorrow.
Right.
Live so you have great memories.
So how did you stay healthy? And, we pretty much, most of us took out after our dad's physique.
Well, I would
and so
say
we're all
that.
heavier than
I'd
our
say
mother.
Us older 4 are that way, but the younger 2 are more thin.
Yeah, it's true.
And we were
Debbie's
thin. We were thin
So
growing
let's
up.
face it, we love food.
We love food. Well, and our mother can out-eat anyone. So
why?
yes,
Because
so
she waits. I think because she fasts, right? Is that why? Because you'll fast and then all of a sudden we're out to dinner, you're just hoovering it.
we go to Chinese food and you order how many entrees?
Like 6 and eat them all.
I don't know. I don't know where that comes from. I guess.
Well, you always said
because actually, Dad's eyes are bigger than his stomach, and I guess I can out eat Dad because he's always leave a little, and I want to clean my plate clean.
But Dad would tease you like you stuff it in your toes, I guess.
Yeah, my brother Dave used to say that.
Oh, your brother Dave.
It fills up my toes and my fingers and everything.
Yeah, well, I guess it's because she's healthy most of the time, right? Like we like to eat like that on the regular, but you'll just eat it bad like that here and there. So that's probably what she stays so thin. And no sugar. I think sugar is the number one thing.
Yeah, no sugar because that puts weight on people. Yeah, and I don't eat candy.
You don't eat any candy. You don't eat chocolate.
No chocolate.
No sodas.
Ice cream.
No sodas.
No sodas.
Yeah.
course, no alcohol, being LDS. You
Yeah.
don't have any
So
alcohol, tea.
You used to live on donuts.
Yes, there was a time when I was like a root beer float person, but I didn't have that much. But I really like root beer floats, and yeah, I was donut queen. Absolutely, yeah. In fact, in high school, they willed my ferocious appetite to the skinniest girl in the sophomore class. So I guess everybody thought I had a ferocious appetite when they saw me eat. Like, I was really getting into it.
Well, I remember as a child.
She makes love to her food.
That's true. I remember as a child, though, you'd put like donut in your mouth, you'd chew it up and spit it out in the sink, and you'd rinse your mouth out with the water.
Yeah, and there was a time I did that, or chewed a cookie. But
Well, because you had
not very often.
Because you got hypoglycemia at what age?
At 31.
So before 31, were you still eating donuts, or were you chewing? You were chewing up and spitting them out.
Before 31, I was eating and swallowing.
Okay.
It was after that I.
So you had hypoglycemia. You really were so sick.
I was scared to death of sugar. But remember when I lived with Taylor? You know, with his girls. That didn't sound good if I lived with Taylor.
Well,
there's a little backstory.
When I moved in with my son-in-law to help him with his daughters.
Taylor is the firstborn Wendy's first husband.
Yes.
That they had 4 daughters together. So mom had gone to live with them to help raise them and take care of them. So yeah.
So really, Mom, we did talk that Dad had a couple other marriages. And so during that 15 years that you and Dad were divorced, you basically lived with each child, right?
Just me, Rob,
Wendy,
and Wendy.
Yeah.
You other 3 never had her.
Debbie.
So 4 of us.
Out there at Ola Street.
Yeah, so 4 to the 6. But you were across the street at Rob's house when I lived across the street. So you never lived in my house, but you were there a lot.
Right.
Yeah, she was at our beck and call, helping us with our raising our kids.
I was gonna say in those years of 2003 to 2005 when I was with Taylor.
Yeah.
I remember he had me go buy the groceries. And I bought donuts and ice cream for the family, but mostly they liked really watermelon and strawberries. You know, they really like healthy foods.
Yeah.
And they like cheese crisps a lot too. But
the cheese crisps.
But I remember buying ice cream and donuts, and those kids, you know, they were so skinny, and they just ate bites of stuff. And so I'd cut up a donut, you know, and they just, you know, ate a little piece, and then they'd leave a whole bunch of donuts, and so I'd clean up all the plates of donuts, and then I'd eat all the ice cream. I remember Christy came over one day, and I'm eating out the cart, you know, and she said, "Eleanor, what are you doing?"
Oh yeah, you must have been depressed.
I put on weight.
I think
40 pounds.
That was the heaviest I've ever seen you.
174. I don't remember you being that.
That's the highest I've ever been, and then I was 174 when I was pregnant with Aaron.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only 2 times I was 174, and I've never gone past that. But 2 times I hit.
Are we all going to talk about how?
No.
We're going to 255.
No. None of us are going to talk about approaching 200 or over 200.
Share Afton.
Okay, enough with the weight, huh?
So, Mom, you said
Don't start
talking about your life with Dad. Okay, so you guys got married in 1967. Then you were married for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you got divorced. And then what? A year later, you got remarried?
It was 1992 August. Dad went divorce, and that December 23rd, he comes back to me and says, "I made a mistake. You take me back." And so I remarried him then.
Okay.
So from August, September, October, November, December, like 4 months there.
So 4 months you're divorced.
So then we were together like 6 months until June of 1993.
Wait, how many years till the next one?
It was just
6 months.
And then he
Wait, so it was 4 months,
He
then
ran
6
off in
months.
In June of 93.
So then you get divorced again.
So we
Your
were
second divorce.
yeah.
6 months later. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then that was like 15 years. Or
Yeah, then he ran off and married 2 other people. And
yes.
Then we got back together in 2008.
Okay, and so tell us how you and Dad actually got back together.
Well, I was on my mission, and he called me at the end of my mission and said I was thinking about us getting back together. And I'm going, yes.
Yes.
Because she waited the whole time. And we're like, what
Well,
are you doing?
I don't know, because I was out there for 15 years and I dated, and I just never found anybody that I really. And there's the pictures on the wall, and there's so much memories of those 25 years,
And having 7 children together.
I begged him not to leave. I begged him, don't jump on this divorce wagon. What do these women have I don't have, And so I couldn't figure out what he wanted. I kept asking him, what do you want? What do you want? He didn't know either, So.
And what is one of your Eleanorisms you always say to him? When are you gonna get it?
When are you gonna wake up and die right?
When are you gonna wake up and die right? Yeah, when you gonna get it?
Yeah. Well,
I have here, don't get married and have children. It's too hard. But, you want everybody to get married.
but that's what
have
you
children. That's what life's all
believe
about.
in.
Yes.
Well, and
So-
yeah,
Go ahead. 'Cause
you said you also always said Dad could have made plenty of money for this family, but he chose
to be a playboy instead. Yeah.
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 And Dad did provide. You didn't
He
have
did.
to work.
Right.
Those last couple of years you guys did,
When I was taking care of little kids in my house, and
Yeah.
he says, I want you to quit this and go get a job out in the world, or you have to dress up.
So he just always wanted you to be somebody
A career.
other than who you were
And
for
career
a while,
woman.
and then
Yeah.
after you went out and had women that
Well-
he thought he wanted, he came back.
Well, I remember him showing up at all my jobs at Cloth World and at the security office, and I'm thinking, I'm busy here. What are you doing here?
Right?
yeah, like don't come visit me at my jobs. I'm
Yeah,
cutting
yeah.
cloth or I'm
Yeah,
answering
yeah.
phones.
Wouldn't it have been easier if you guys just did some role play? Instead of, like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Like dress up like a business suit and act like you're a woman of the world. Meet him at a bar.
Instead of having to go.
Well, we know a couple that did that.
Yeah, I know a couple.
A lot of
couples.
couples do that. So what I'm saying is, instead of going through major life changes and divorce, why
We
not
probably
just
should have
dress
put on
up
an act.
and pretend?
We should
Yeah.
probably been actors and actresses.
Yeah. You could have been the working girl.
Speaking of working girl, unless you had something else you wanted to ask Afton, but I wanted to jump into, why do you believe women should be stay-at-home moms?
Well, we all got here through someone falling in love and wanting to have a family, and little children just need to be taken care of. They shouldn't be raised by Children's World or some other person. If you had that child, they're probably a lot like you and
Yeah.
your mate, and you should just stay home and enjoy them.
And no one has the patience for
Right.
children unless it's your own child. And you worked at Children's World for a couple years, didn't you? Yeah.
And they loved you there because you're so nurturing.
And I really did love those little kids. There's some that I could just have taken home and had for my own.
Yeah.
They were so precious.
Mm-hmm.
But every one of them was,
They'd cry every morning for their
Sweet,
parents, didn't they? I mean, you saw a lot of
Yeah.
tears.
Oh, shoot,
It's heart-wrenching.
there was some that didn't really, mind. They'd have fun there and everything, because maybe at home maybe they weren't that close with their parents. Maybe they did a lot of their work at home, and so maybe it wasn't really that much difference. Too.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah. Working parents.
yeah, I just think children children, like Walt Disney says, they're our greatest resource.
I agree with that.
So
And so you were fortunate that Dad could work and make enough for the family. And even when we left Idaho and the economy was bad and he couldn't be a home builder anymore, he figured it out, so you could still stay home with young children.
Mhm.
So I went into assisted living. And then you and Dad actually managed assisted living facilities in those later years, didn't you?
Well,
Together.
after we got back together.
Yeah. And Dad was surprised, like, Eleanor, you are the working woman I always wanted.
You're better than anyone I've hired. Yeah. Well, it was fun too. I made it fun. You have to make your work fun. If you're not having fun doing your work, you're in the wrong job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed visiting with everybody, and helping it all work.
Right.
Helping the business survive and be a success.
Well, is there anything you want to add that we haven't covered in this episode?
So
Yeah, give us your marriage advice.
Or whatever you want to add.
Yeah, whatever you want to add.
Well,
I like to be scripted a little bit.
I know.
Well, I think you need to start the day with a prayer. I think you need divine help. And I think you need to read scriptures. And I think you need to go to church. And I think you need
Just any church?
And you need to follow the golden rule. You need to treat people like you want to be treated. And
Yes.
love everyone.
I
and
agree.
Be kind. Love everyone and be kind.
I agree with all
Very
of
good
that.
advice, Mom.
Above all, be kind. Yeah.
Yeah, be kind. And you've lived that. You've been kind.
Mhm.
There's always a saying out there, if you feel depressed or sad, just call your grandmother. And your grandmother will build you back up. And it's true. She is that way to my children, and I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks.
I appreciate every time my kids come around you or grandkids, they feel loved. And I remember you'd always say,
Unconditional love.
you look too good to leave the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to say that Dad all the time. Oh, you look too good to leave the house.
Yeah.
Stay here.
Yeah.
Well, we've got few minutes left, or we done?
We're done.
All right.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us and giving us a glimpse of who you are.
Thanks, Mumsy.
And being the mother of 6 living children that you've shaped and molded.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure talking to 2 of my precious daughters.
We are your favorite, right?
The middle children are
I
the
think
favorites.
you have the most memories with us too, don't you?
Well, we've gone to Disneyland together, which is my favorite place on earth.
Mhm.
That's right.
We have a
Our
lot of
mother's
funny
favorite
stories.
places where she can't sleep at night is 2 places are Disneyland and in any temple.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my 2 favorite places.
Yeah.
And you associate both of those because they are centered around the family. You're like, families are here enjoying things, and then the temple is, focusing on the family. So
Yes.
I agree with that.
Next time, Mom, we'll have to go over all our funny stories that we've laughed through life.
Yeah, and Mom
Yeah.
has gone to Disneyland with all of us, right? We've all been
I try
there.
to count them up, and I think there's something like 24, 25, 26, probably 26 times now.
Oh, wow.
That's 2 times we've done.
Yeah.
26 times.
It's always fun to go with your
Well, we love you, Mom.
grandkids.
We appreciate you for always being there for us and our kids and everybody.
Yes.
And very nurturing.
It's
young
my,
at heart.
my mission in life, my calling, I guess.
It is. You're calling to be a nurturer.
Yes.
And thank you to our audience. Thanks for hanging out with us in the middle of everything where we can stir the pot from both sides.
Where's my line, Afton? Okay, there we go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Same day, same time, unless we forget what day it is.